So in my last video, I taught you guys how I made a unique Menasor using Legacy Knockout and Prime Breakdown. Now I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to add this little guy to the mix. Now this little guy is Blackjack from Combiner Wars. He is a Legion or Legends class rather figure, and he's not what I would call the perfect chug. He's not. He's smaller than a regular deluxe figure. So like for example, if I were to bring in a regular deluxe figure, which is say here, Titan's Return Scourge, he's like half that figure. So this is not a believable like car mode if you're going for alt mode scale, but I just wanted to kind of get him in my head canon. He's one of those large model cars that are just, you know, used for displays, and he's basically got the attitude of a child. So yeah, this is Blackjack. He's retooled off of a hot rod. To be honest, he's not even supposed to have this thing here. It's just supposed to look like this. If you guys know the G1 toy, it came with a tiny non-transformable car. This is essentially what that's supposed to be. But they made him transformable because, you know, Transformers. So in the Combiner Wars version, in the original Menasor that they did, you would basically remove the spoiler and just kind of stick him onto the chest of the original, kind of like the G1 cartoon. Oh, no, the G1 toy rather. But since we're not using the Combiner Wars version, and I wanted to have a purpose for this Blackjack, I was like, okay, how can I make this work? And I can actually turn him into a couple of different modes of Targetmaster, and I'm gonna show you how. So this is the first mode. This is the crossbow mode. So for the crossbow mode, you're gonna want to have him in his alt mode, just like this. And all you have to do is disengage the arm parts, and there's a little bit of a hinge here. You're gonna want to pull that. No, not too hard, but you're gonna want to pull it out so that it goes to the side like that. Sorry, accidentally took it off. But I do like how they don't break and they just fall apart nowadays. Okay, there you go. So that's a lot better how I did it there. So swing that around that way, and then turn the car doors around like this and like this, and you basically now have a crossbow looking configuration. So I can give him to Motormaster, and you're probably like, X, there's no 5mm ports on here. I mean, I could probably get a 5mm port adapter and just use that, no problem. But we're not going to be doing that. What we're going to be doing is we're going to use just the stock configuration of Menasor. We're not going to be adding any upgrades or whatever. So all you have to do is identify this little 5mm port here. Make sure that it's nice and tight, because if it's not going to lock on. And you're going to want to put him on the wrist 5mm peg here of Menasor. So as you can see, the 5mm peg is here, the 5mm port is here, and all I have to do is match them up. If I can find it. Okay. The reason I mentioned that he has to be really tight is because those legs are basically going to cause him to want to disengage the port and loosen it, and it's not going to connect. But if you have him like that, then there you go. That's how he looks. He looks pretty awesome. So if you want a Targetmaster for your Menasor, this is what I suggest you get. Just do a few more turnarounds here. So there you go. But that's just one configuration. You can do a few more. In fact, we're going to do one more right now. So I'm going to go ahead and remove him from the wrist. And let's start back in the original position. So I'm gonna turn him back into car mode. And so what I'm going to turn him into now is a blaster for Menasor. Now there's a thing that I'm going to teach you guys to do, which I did for this particular configuration because I have Knockout here as a pauldron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also add a piece from Knockout's weapon, which is this. You don't particularly need it. I'm just saying if you have it, it looks extra better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the spoiler section from here and reverse it. There you go. And then I'm going to disengage this again. I know I just did that earlier, but I wanted to start from the beginning. And then just reveal that gold bit there. And then turn this arm back out like this. It's not going to sit anywhere. It's just basically, yeah, like that. I'm gonna do the same to the other side. I'm going to turn this bit around all the way till the car doors are facing upwards. And I already have a gun. So I'm gonna go ahead and identify this 5mm peg here and connect it to the same wrist peg hole. I actually like this configuration better. And there you have him with his blaster. So this is something you can do even if you have the a completely stock version of Motormaster without Knockout, without War Breakdown like I have him. All of this is a thing you can do, and for some reason the leg decided to disengage. Now the thing I wanted to tell you about Breakdown's accessory that you can do with this is you can add it to the end part and make it an even bigger blaster weapon of sorts. You can add so many other things, to be honest. So there you go. That's how that looks. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. So, you know, don't sell off your Blackjack. If you have one, you can still use him for this current Motormaster. I really like this tiny figure. Even if he's not, you know, a chug alt mode scale. But, you know, he works. He works. I am very appreciative of him. Anyway, so there you go. Follow me at x_Paco on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to see my art, go to the_art_of_x on multiple social media platforms. Like and subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want to get updates when I release a video, because I don't really have a schedule. Anyway, yeah, hope you guys like that. Let me know if you got any configurations of your own that you've done with Menasor. Till next time. Peace out.